This is the first. Nice. They're going straight into it. Chaos and Complete Chronos, the first seed. Narcissist is the 16th, which means Chaos right now, in terms of just the match played in the overall tournament, are the top team, and Narcissist is the bottom one. But they might pull off some nice cheese and throw Chaos off their game. Chaos did pick Dragonshire, which is a map which usually favors the team with the better understanding of the game, just because it's won through smart rotations, prioritizing which lane you are going to either defend or push. Narcissist Seals opens up with a false step ban. I'm expecting them to pick up a Malfurion, just because he's still one of the top contested healers right now, and we often see support choke strategies in the draft. Obviously Fawcett is a strong range assassin in general. He has fallen off a tiny bit since the rework, but his global can just like abuse the enemy team if they are lacking in globals or just like movement speed in general. Chaos is taking their time with the ban. Yeah, and they also feel like the Narcissist Seals want the Malfurion. Worthy to note, you can't pick Samuro right now. He is still banned for the entirety of the playoffs. I see. McDino reminds me to press start on Reflow, because production value is already down the drain. I even had the tab open, but now I have to remake them. Oh my god. Narcissist Seals already dipping into their time pool to make this. Okay, bet should be up for all you points hungry people. Narcissist Seals pick up Zarya. She's been prioritized a bit lower in general since the nerfs. She's not OP anymore, but still very strong in the hands of a good player. Expulsion Zone can get a lot of work done, especially Dragonshire, the top half of the map. There's a lot of choke points where you can get great blocks. It's like a glorified holy ground. Has to slow though, it's a bit stronger but on a longer cooldown. And obviously you get it earlier, level 10 instead of 16. Chaos move into the ETC. Either they value his global, or they are going for the gank composition. It's a pretty early pickup for the ETC. And I think Chaos is going global mode. Right wing ETC, pretty likely to see stage dive being picked up. Now, what would be funny to see is complete memery in terms of globals. Or things like Vikings proxying the top lane with Baylock, preventing minions from coming through there. TNS is recognizing like one strong support is banned out, one has been picked up. So we better get the Aureole right now, otherwise Chaos is pretty likely to ban it. I'd like to see them pair it with a Lunara. There are a couple other heroes who do decently well with it. Sylvanas is quite okay, Sagara is quite okay. Vala can work if you play her really well. But they're at least gonna pick up a second tank. I would expect Chaos to ban Muradin right now. They probably want some lockdown, some form of engage. And you definitely don't want to solo tank with Zarya, she just can't protect your team. Even though she does shield obviously, she's more like a high damage Tesseract. And what's Chaos gonna ban? Still need a tank. They also are likely to pick up a ranged on the side of TNS still. Chaos has a lot of choice in terms of like picking up their ranged assassins. I think we'll see them move into a Li Ming, possibly a Lunara to deny it from TNS, but I'm not sure if they'd move into her considering they already have a Vala. Depends how much they value the burst damage. Yeah, Narcissist Seals recognizes it. They're like, yeah, we're not getting isolated on the mages, or at least we don't really feel like we need those ones, and you don't get to pick up Li Ming. Because the moment you slip up in a team fight, which is likely because Chaos is mechanically the superior team, Li Ming is just gonna ruffle stomp all over you with resets. Now, how will Chaos round it out? Still, I expect them to move into something like a Thrall, maybe a Gul'dan, or Sagara, all good options, get a solo laner. Okay, they're going full global mode. They pick up the Dahaka, who can use Brostalker to move to the bushes near the shrines, or any bush for that matter, and just keep control of the map. So Chaos is saying like, we don't really care what you do, we'll just like mess with your head, we'll be everywhere on the map at once, you can't stop us. It seems they're moving into the Tychus. They recognize like, okay, you're gonna take a second warrior anyway, so we'll just take this Tychus. One thing I don't really like about Tychus into Zarya is Zarya can wait for minigun and then pop shield, which means like you have to switch your minigun target, otherwise you're just feeding energy to the Zarya. Unless you all focus fire really hard to burn through the shield, then it's not the biggest deal, but their burst damage is pretty low. So Narcissist Seals, I would expect them to pick up a Meridian right now. Thrall is okay, but I'm not sure if they'd like him to be the sole engager. Thrall Tyrael. They have a lot of sustain, but I kind of fear they just straight up lack damage. Depends how well the Zarya plays. Chaos considering the Illidan. Not sure how much I like the Illidan pick. He doesn't do much against Tyrael post 13. At least post Tyrael's 13 when he gets Imposing Will. Thrall does okay against him. Like Auriok and Aegis. Zarya can shield, and it's quite hard to chunk through the shields for the Illidan. That said, the moment they've burned their cooldowns, he can just walk over them. So we'll see how they play this. Chaos has way more map mobility, which is a big advantage in this map. I'll just move into the game. See if there's a lobby being made already. Don't think there is. Just check the bets for now. 96 points for the Narcissist Seals, 532 for Chaos in complete control. If Narcissist Seals wins this one, some people are getting a hell of a lot of points. And I have been invited to the game. This is actually amazing. We see double portrait synergy. This is unlike anything we've seen before. Usually one team manages to either pull it off or like nearly pull it off with like one person messing up. But now this is incredible. 10 times the brawl portrait. These people are prepared. They know I give out caster points, so that's 10 caster points for both teams. We could also, by the way, see Illidan move into the hunt. which would give him another semi-global. It's enough to move from lane to lane. Which means Tychus better step up his mobility game. He might have to take like run and gun. Let's check what it's called. Goes Combat Tactician, that's it. Yeah, reduce cooldown on run and gun. He just has to basic attack his way to the different lane. 10 out of 10 strategies right here. And we will be moving into the first game, Chaos in Complete Control versus the Narcissist Seals. This is the final game of the Round 1 playoffs. Tomorrow and the day after Sunday we'll be doing 2 full days of games, and on Sunday we will conclude the season with the winners finals. So if you've got some time, make sure to check in, it's bound to be good fun. I will be competing, and we will actually be playing the winner of this series. Yeah, these portraits make me feel happy. Okay, and the team on the left hand side, it is Chaos in Complete Control with Arunas on the Illidan, on the Moon, on the Tychus, Yami on the Haka, Sendrik on the Brightwing, and Raketa Klaus on the ETC. And on the right hand side we have the Narcissist Seals with Bird versus Camel on the Thrall, Lumpy on the Auriel, Alaname on, I can't even really properly see, I'm assuming it's the Zarya, Schleppel, oh wow, they're making this really difficult for me actually. Schleppel on the Tyrael and Draconi on the Vala. Level 1 talents, we don't even see Combat Tactician, I already don't approve of this comp. Guitar Hero being picked up for Tychus, which is weird. The basic attack damage on ETC is super low, and if you pick it you heal for your percentage of your basic attacks. When you do guitar solo, usually we see Block Party taken on this tier, otherwise the heal talent, of which I'm forgetting the name. We see ETC sliding in, trying to isolate the Thrall. Thrall gets cut out by the Dahaka, doesn't really manage to secure anything. Tychus lives, got burning down, Arunas dropping quite low. No one quite falling yet in this engage. Thrall forced to tap. Illidan seems to be moving to the top lane now to Sohin. Will be facing the Thrall, which should be a pretty easy matchup for the Thrall. We actually see the offensive W talent taken by the Auriel, which is okay. ETC slides in for the kill. Can he secure it on the Auriel? Schleppel try. Oh, it's actually Tyrael. Angels are hard to distinguish. Dash managed to get away, but he will be forced to tap. Meanwhile, Thrall doing pretty well on the top lane. Skirmish happening bottom. The Nome is quite far out. Gets found by the Dahaka. The Dahaka dropping low, but manages to heal up with his trade. Cataclaus trying to find the Tyrael. Tyrael does die. Is he going to be able to catch the Dahaka? I don't think he's going to. No, he won't confirm the kill. Meanwhile, Illidan juking it out with Thrall in the top lane. Thrall lands his root, but is going to have to back off. Illidan can sit on him for quite a while. And now Chaos is in complete. Well, Chaos is in complete control right now of both the shrines. I like that word, Shock Boys. We see a bit of an XP lead for Chaos because they already secured the 2 kills and they're not really missing Soak yet. Yami channeling the DK, neither shrine really going contested as the first DK going over to the side of Chaos. Thrall rotating down, minions slightly pushing in on top. Yami going away for a bit but coming back, looking to pressure mid fort. Alanome is found, manages to juke the power slide, takes a lot of damage, actually gets killed, I believe by the Tychus grenade, well played there. Thrall already giving up, just saying, yeah, I'm gonna soak top lane. Schleppel gets found and gets taken out by a beautiful power slide by the ETC. Meanwhile, Yami is like, I've still got enough health, I'll just like tank these tower shots here. And Thrall gets found by the Illidan. And he won't be falling anytime soon though. L4 is here for both teams. Pretty standard talent, speed metal again taken for the ETC. Might just be for the extra mobility. Again, I'd like to see loudspeakers like in the previous game. I'm quite overextended. Is he gonna fall? Gets a nice heal from the Ariel, manages to tap, so won't fall quite yet. Schleppel going in quite deep. Tyrael dropping very low. Vala going in for the chase. Won't be able to secure the kill though. That said, nice counter offense by the Narcissist heals. Okay, I remember I have to do this. Sorry, stream. Arenas at half health in the top lane. Thrall will be able to out-sustain him for quite a while. Level 7 has been picked up. For Chaos in complete control, we see Illidan moving to Hunter's Onslaught. Makes sense because reflexive block would be instantly removed by the Zarya beam. Alright, Ellen's pretty standard. ETC has some wave clear now. No cleanse from the Brightwing. Not too weird considering they barely have any stuns on the side of Narcissist heals. So the face shield is pretty nice for an Illidan who's gotta dive deep. Get the Klaus. Just making sure he's soaking the minions here. Oh, actually moves in on the Thrall. ETC won't have enough damage. Narcissist heals starting with the bruise again, trying to keep the pressure on a bit. Bottom easy camp was kept by Chaos in complete control, meaning they can now start pressuring this fort. Shrine to spawn in 3 seconds. Level 7 now being picked up for Narcissist heals. You see Tyrael moving into follow through, which is weird because follow through is strictly less damage than reciprocate. We see this happen more often, and if you just do the math, you'll just get more from the exploding shield. It's a bit of a weird pickup there. And we also see Thrall moving into wind shear instead of follow through, which means they have even less burst. So it's going to be quite hard for them to confirm a kill on anyone. Thrall actually fallen in the top lane to the gank. Draconi does manage to vault out. And Narcissist heals, capping bot back. Tigers can't do much against this, but his team is pretty mobile, so they should just be able to join him quite quickly. You can see the HK has Brush Stalker up, I believe he does. And the Brightwing also has Phase Shift. You see level 10 being picked up for Chaos in complete control. ETC did move into stage dive. So a lot of mobility. Illidan falling really low there. Vala on the chase, but Illidan dives back in. You can't just assume an Illidan is dead, especially when Brightwing is next to him. He will out-sustain you for quite a while. Evasion keeps him nice and healthy. And that's a Vala dropping. Illidan did move into the hunt, so they're ultra glow. Wow. Illidan just getting that kill on the Tyrael. And they find Ariel. Is he going to be able to make it out? Stage dive comes in, but wasn't even needed to secure the kill. I don't know, we're also falling. Top meanwhile kept by the Thrall, so they will be able to postpone this dragon out a bit longer. And Narcissist heals, they have to be able to get done before they can contest this. And they're in a really rough position right now. Tyke is meanwhile pressuring bot. Thrall kind of juking it out. Second DK being picked up for Chaos in complete control. And Chaos just kind of wailing on the fort. Illidan goes in quite deep to find the Vala, but backs off. Meanwhile, Tyrael and Thrall still not there, so Narcissist heals can't really do much to oppose this. Level 10 was hit for them in the meanwhile. We see Expulsion Zone being picked up for this area, so we do like that. Pretty standard talents all around. Strafe definitely needed, considering their comp kind of lacks damage. And Illidan hunts in on Draconi. Vala gets instantly taken out. Nice. Actually, wow. I was about to say nice Sank to interrupt Sunder, but that's on a different team. Chaos backing off right now. DK is about to expire anyway. They might try to pick the fight though, because it's a 5v4 right now. They got a talent tier up. Level 13 has hit ETC. Goes in with the stage dive. Nice power slide. Knocks it away 3 people. Alanome is found by the Tigers. Gets drilled down. Auriel falls at the gate as well. That's a 2 for nothing. Sauria did manage to escape. Auriel's now just gonna easily pick up the siege camp. And they get the front gate, the bottom keep. Which means next Dragon Knight is probably gonna threaten keep. Level 13 not yet picked up for the Dahaka. Draconi quite low. Grenade almost gets him. Shield making sure that no shenanigans are happening to kill the Vala. Vala should just walk back now to the well. Opts to stay here to give Auriel some energy, I guess. Cam being picked up now for Chaos in complete control. Narcissist starting the Brewster camp. Vala actually tanking one of the melee minions. Now Auriel taking one of the melee minions. Not really intended, I guess. Illidan picking up the easy camp. Sauria just pressuring out the wave. ETC Echo pedaling his way into the top lane. Trying to get the fort down. Doesn't really care about this team being here. But he gets collapsed upon, but manages to power slide away. Actually, Zarya was found by the Illidan and gets taken down. Illidan easily survives that. Meanwhile, Siege Camp pushing down bot, so that's gonna have to get defended, otherwise it might just threaten to keep a bit. Won't take it down, but it's an annoyance anyway. We can see a stage dive coming down on mid. Vala instantly falls down. Will they get Auriel as well? Power slide not up. Illidan goes really deep with that hunt. Manages to secure the kill on the Auriel. Can he get out? I think he is Q up now, but yeah, Illidan gets a nice kill. Explosion, so not enough to get him away there. Nice Sunder coming out, but no follow-up damage, and Thrall is gonna pay for it. Aronas just instantly finds him and makes his way out again. Now Zarya getting collapsed upon, Illidan diving, nice power slide. And they are just getting wrecked while underneath their keep. Just this team fight coming out from Chaos and especially from Arunas on that Illidan is incredible. Like, straight up knowing the limits of his character and just going in there, wreaking havoc. Level 16 has hit for Chaos in complete control. 13 still decently far away, actually, for Narcissist seals. Marked for that for the Illidan, so his chase now is gonna do so much damage. Elongated tank for the Haka, just making his drag even longer range. An imposing presence is actually going to make a team fight pretty difficult for the Thrall, since so much of their damage is auto attack based. Illidan hunts in, finds the Vala, still on the chase. ETC power slides in, doesn't actually get a hit there because they weren't retreating. On the moon, falling really low. Auriel ages herself, laser focusing on the Tyrael. Auriel does fall, Tyrael falls. That's the full team wipe. They won't get the Tigers. Nice pixie dust coming out there from the Brightwing, making sure the Tigers doesn't fall to the Archangel's Rev. And that's a 12-minute DK. Narcissist still about to hit level 13 still. Roughly 4 levels down for them right now. And this DK, look at how this keep is getting chunked. They're probably just, or they're actually, they might just want to get level 20. Or they don't like the tower. Removing the well, making sure they can't tap anymore. Level 13 talents, all pretty standard. Zarya has her own cleanse right now. Sandrick hearting in the middle of the lane. Not the best place. Vala has been found. Rathaklaus moves in. Gets killed by the core, but Schleppel. Oh my god, he's solo. Beautiful ages there. Are they going to be able to keep him alive? And they do manage to find a way to the core. Illidan didn't manage to secure the kill there on the Tyrael. But they have an Illidan and a DK on the core right now. And Illidan is one of the best heroes to do this thing. Brightwing went to base. Doesn't have phase shift, so won't be able to help her team out here. Narcissist Seals managed to make them back off for now. But Thrall gets found. ETC goes in for another power slide. Sank dropped, but doesn't really get any value. Vala might fall to the Illidan here. Hunt goes down, but Illidan falls under the pressure of the core. Nice stun coming out there. Explosion Zone doesn't really hit anyone. Yai. They just keep chasing each other back and forth. Which is actually impressive. Brightwing found her way back now. And this is incredible actually. They just went back and forth, trading kills. But they stayed so close to the core, and now Narcissist Seals died and they can't stop this anymore. And it is game 1 going over to Chaos in complete control in convincing fashion. But if they lose, then the Narcissist Seals might just enjoy that match. We ping the teams that I am indeed ready. And let me make the flow bet before McDino starts angrily whispering me again. Oh, we're just waiting for Chaos in complete control to ready up now. Infernal Shrines is a map which has a lot of meme strats. And it sees a lot of heroes who are only really viable because of the map layout and because of the objective. Like heroes like Diablo sometimes see some play here just because there's so many walls for Diablo to get his stun off against, and there's just a lot of places to push people into, so you can't really step up to him. Sonya is okay on this map, she doesn't see much play unless it's Infernal Shrines. Kerrigan is usually one of the highly contested picks here because her Q build is so strong here. Sylvanas obviously is pushing objectives, so Sylva's always strong. This is one of the maps where you also quite often see, well quite often, this is a map where you see the Cho'Gall comp, if it's being played quite often. Where you take Cho'Gall Auriel and just try to never die and Ruffle Stomp with a Wraith Boss. Which is a comp that's quite fun to watch actually. Also, we see some teams bring out things like Zul here to try and get early game pressure. We've seen Zul Falstad Brightwing, I believe, in one of the matches in the tournament, where the enemy team just abused the map pressure and choked them out, choked their opponent out. Okay, draft is starting. This is Narcissist Seals map pick, Chaos in complete control. Guess the first band first pick, so I'd assume they want to pick up either Kerrigan or Cho'Gall right now. So we'll... I mean Kerrigan or Sylvanas of course. Cho'Gall would be an interesting first pick if you've only got one pick slot. So we'll likely see them ban one of those two, see Narcissist Seals ban either Melv or one of those two, and then Chaos picks up what's left. Or of course they ban out Melv. It really depends, like, what do you value, how flexible is your draft plan. They ban out Tyrael, which is a unique ban. Maybe they really respected the Tyrael player in the first game. He did manage to get away with some slippery cues. Narcissist Seals ban Sylvanas because it's like such a snowbally hero. If you don't win, or rather if Chaos would win the early game, then Sylv would just solidify that lead and make it really hard to come back. Chaos. Oh, they might go into Tracer Tessadar, which is a very popular combo being played in Hero League as well. You see it being first banned in a lot of EU tournaments especially, where the Tracer is just allowed to like wreak havoc on the team because she doesn't really die with the permanent test shields. She also heals from her basic attacks. She has the Leeching Plasma and Leeching Rounds. So in total it's like 60% of her basic attacks damage is converted to health. Now, Narcissist Seals can't ban it anymore, so they either have to counterpick Tracer, Or pick something like an early Brightwing right now to try and stop it. I would like to see the early Brightwing pickup. Also because Brightwing Tessadar is a pretty established combo. And if they don't get Brightwing right now, I fear Chaos is just gonna go Tracer Brightwing and get a really, really hard to beat comp. ETC is a good tank choice against Tracer just because he has a decent amount of lockdown, and that's really what you want to secure that kill. Because Tracer is so slippery, if she gets a chance to rewind or blink away, she will take it and she will probably be safe. So right now I'd love to see the Brightwing pick up. I think it's a must actually. Will Narcissist Seals realize this? And DNS goes into KT, which seems really weird considering a Tracer can just eliminate him quite easily as long as he jukes the stun. So Chaos is really likely to move into Tracer Brightwing right now. Or they go solo support test, it is an option. And they could either ban the Brightwing or just assume Narcissist Seals isn't gonna pick it up with Melv still on the table. Yeah, it's taking their time. Mind you, there are still different Tessadar comps out there. Tracer Tessadar right now is simply the most played and the most dominant as well. Kerrigan is still on the table as well. Tyrande. This is a very old school combo. Back when both were like, well, there's again back to being the solo supports. Pseudo supports. There was a time when Tyrande was just a viable solo one because of how dominant she just was in kill pressure. Yeah, that was during the stun lock meta. So maybe we won't see Tracer shenanigans, but I would be surprised. I mean, if they go really hyper aggro right now, something like Artis Kerrigan could work, yeah. It seems like a funky draft though, not really what I expected. Artis Kerrigan used to be a really dominant combo back in the alpha days, or beta days, I don't quite remember the time frame. Like when the pool of stuns and lockdown was a bit smaller, it was one of the most effective combos, rooting and then Kerrigan comboing. Narcissist Seals right now, they respect the Illidan. Illidan got so many kills in that first game, and they don't want to have to deal with it again. Chaos probably looking to remove Brightwing, I'd say. Opt to remove Ariel, which, I mean, it's possible that they were planning to move into Cho'Gall Auriel, or they were just afraid of the sustained healing that something like an Auriel Lunara combo could bring there. But just the way Chaos's draft is headed makes me believe they're going into a hyper carry like Tracer or Kerrigan. And Narcissist Seals right now, they're like, yeah, Melv is OP, we'll be picking him up. Alarak, good assassin. Not the best map for him because his shrine clear is pretty poor. Someone like a Sonya or a Thrall would do better here. Or maybe even double tank. Oh, they're going very old school. This is actually great. Butcher hypercarry comes when played well with a Medivh. The problem with a lot of Butcher comps is Butcher has no way out, but Medivh has Portal, which means even if Butcher done goofs and is about to die, Medivh just like shields him, pops a portal, and he's back out, and it's like, wow, Butcher should not have this mobility. It's not really fair. Wasn't expecting this, especially not with the task first pick. I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch. And actually, Arthas, Butcher, Tyrande is also a comp we saw a lot back in the early days. I like the Lily pickup. I think double support will... Not so much double support, but just the blind is a good counter to the Butcher. And I like the way Narcissist is approaching this. But this is bound to be a pretty interesting game. Let me just see if I can to the game. And while we let's actually here, I think I'll be missing a lobby. How can he be in game? Oh, there we go. Yeah, while we wait for the game to start, just a reminder, right now we are still doing a Muradin Candy King giveaway. So if you want the Muradin, or Candy King Muradin bundle, which gives you the skin and the hero, just type !tickets and the number of tickets you want to buy. 25 points per ticket, and you earn all the points by watching the channel here, subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Twitter. If you want more info, just type !info and it should all explain itself. Let me just inform the teams that I am ready. We are also right now selling the Season 1 Heroes Lounge t-shirts and mugs as well. I ordered a mug. It's not actually advertised as a mug, but I think they're there. There's mugs for one with all the team names from Season 1, which is pretty nice if you're a participating team. Like they're now reaping them easy points. There's one for the rolls, there's one for casters, there's one for Froke, which says feeder. So everything quite these. Meanwhile, we see an okay skin game coming out from the side of Narcissist, Master KT. Master Alrak actually love this color combination, that's really good. ETC trying to fit in with his colors there, doesn't quite fit. Lily, I don't like Lily in general in terms of model or skins. It's doing an okay try, and Melv being a bit disappointing here with the base skin. In terms of raw like power in the early game, Narcissist have the upper hand, and they have a decent way of dealing with Butcher when he starts scaling up through the Lily. The question is more, how effectively will Medivh be able to just secure Butcher his safety essentially when he dives in? Or how much will Narcissist be able to punish them for using the Butcher? If they land like a really nice power slide into Kiltas combo, into Alarak combo, or a different order but still the same thing, it could be pretty good to kill the Butcher. They have a lot of lockdown with the Kiltas stun, the ETC stuns, Malfurion root, Alarak telekinesis. Alarak Melv actually, if you're a good Alarak and you have a good random Melv or other way around, great combo to try in Hero League. I tend to do it with our support player, and it works really well, knocking people into roots with telekinesis. A lot of fun. We will be moving into game 1 as soon as the potato loads. There we go. Power on the score screen. We're moving into the second game of the final match of the first round of the playoffs for Season 1 of Heroes Lounge. Chaos in complete control versus the Narcissist Shields. On the left side, Chaos in complete control with Sandrick on the Medivh, Arunas on the Arthas, Akata Klaus on the Butcher, Yami on the Tyrande, and on the Moon on the Tessadar. And on the right hand side we have the Narcissist Shields with Lumpy on the Malfurion, Bird versus Camel on the Lily, Draconi on the Kael'Tarsh, Schleppel on the Alarak, and Aloname on the ETC. And for talents level 1, Kael'thas going into the extra safety of Mana Addict. If he gets the 20 health globes, he gets the barrier. ETC, great juke by the ETC on the Lunar Flare coming out from the Tyrande. Manages to avoid the lockdown. Arnaus dropping quite low Medivh shield is going to be enough to prevent lethal damage there. Well played by Narcissist heals, not getting cut out by any of the burst. Actually, ETC, great power slide, might be able to secure a kill on Butcher. Butcher dropping very low. Butcher actually taken out by Narcissist heals. Very, very nice play there. You have to remember, if you're playing Butcher, the old comp with Arthas, Tyrande, Butcher used to be based on really strong early game. Right now, Butcher's early game is complete trash tier. Without meat, he's basically not really a hero. But he's trying to poke a bit in there. You see an interesting matchup in this top lane with Lily versus Tassadar. Should be easy for Tassadar to win just through sheer wave clear. Lily does a decent amount of damage actually as like a bruisery healer. But Tassadar doesn't really have problems sustaining. Nice telekinesis on the Arthas, but not quite enough follow up there. Discord Strike didn't connect. ETC finds the Medivh, but Medivh just shields himself and is going to be able to teleport right out. Again, nice telekinesis, but slightly misaiming the Discord Strike. First Shrine is going to spawn. XP roughly equal for both teams. And Kael's just getting a pretty decent lead, waiting for Lily to come down. Tassadar is still quite late. It's a 5v4 now, but it won't be for long. ETC slides in, finds the Arthas, doesn't really get any lockdown. Lunar Flare hits on the ETC, dropping very low. ETC gets taken out there, but Butcher gets taken out as well. Arthas very low, and Narcissist Shield's actually in a decent position for the team fight, but are quite far behind on the Guardians. And Tassadar has a pretty good time clearing this. Telekinesis Disc Strike hits on the Tassadar, dropping quite low, but will be able to get out. Medivh just poking from the sides here. Schleppel finds him. Doesn't do anything with it. Art is quite far forward. Chaos is just looking to get the minions now to make sure this is their Punisher. And there we go, first Punisher spawns, which means I've got to play the soundtrack. How much is Chaos going to be able to get with this? You see Butcher, Tassadar actually in the mid lane, just making sure they get the soak while the Punisher is pushing. Which is usually what you want to do, because the first John Cena isn't actually that strong. Jumps on Alanome, ETC, take quite a bit of damage, but won't be going down there. And he just portals out. Not much happened there. Ford does eventually just fall to the minion pressure. Chaos starting their easy camp right now. Well, the neutral easy camp actually. Soak being maintained on all lanes. Level 7 has hit for Chaos in complete control. They have a decent XP lead right now because they took down that fort and they went to the lanes a bit earlier while the Punisher was pushing. The Art is moving into the full Q build for the self-sustain. Searing arrows for the Tyrande, which is the auto attack build. Quite surprised she didn't take up Seasoned Marksman if she's going AR build. Master's Touch, very important talent for Medivh. Making sure he is actually starting to become a threat in terms of damage. As long as he doesn't die. If he dies, his entire quest gets reset, much like Convection on KT. And Butcher moving in for the kill on the Kael'thas. Kael'thas falls quite easily. Butcher looking for more. He wants some fresh meat. Will they be able to secure it? No, they're backing off. Meanwhile, Lily getting a bit pressured out in the top lane by the Tassadar. Saturday gonna do Medivh things, turning into a bird. It's actually the most annoying thing in the entire game when a bird is flying over your head and you can't kill him. Lily actually falls there. Level just trying to make sure that the top gate doesn't fall. They do still have their well here. Mid is about to fall now to the combined pressure of the heroes and the minion camp. Root hits on KT, not much follow-up to do done there. Portal, kinda wasted. MD just trying to get some Q stacks in. And level 10 is gonna hit for Chaos and Complete Control any moment now. Really still hasn't picked up a talent yet. They might be considering double cleanse. We don't actually see the quest talent being picked up for the Alarak here, which is unique. It's pretty difficult to stack endless energy, but it's a bit easier on this map specifically because of the Guardians. Level 10's pretty standard. Polymorph for Nimudif. Arthas with the Syndra Ghost is able to disable structures much like Sylvanas to enable John Cena to become OP. Not much happening. I like that Narcissist isn't really doing much except soaking. I would have preferred one person going bot. ETC wins in for the power slide, doesn't get much done. And another Punisher has spawned for Chaos in complete control. And the Punisher jumps in. ETC dropping quite low, gets stunned. Might be getting good here, gets a bit of an early cleanse, but doesn't get stunned by the Tyrannus, so it's all good. Ford easily getting destroyed here. Syndragosa has not been used yet. A bit of a risky portal placement there. We might see Chaos force a fight here with Syndragosa just because they have level 10. And Butcher should be able to get an easy pick off with Lamp for the Slaughter right now. Oh yeah, there we see it. Syndragosa has been popped. Butcher goes in, gets the Lamp to the Slaughter on the ETC, who should be dropping down any moment. Actually manages to get off through the power of double support. They aren't even able to secure the kill with a Syndragosa Lamp to the Slaughter combo. Well played by Narcissist, they're not getting caught out. Losing the keep is sort of inevitable at this point. They actually do back off. Level 10 has been hit for Narcissist. Twilight Dream being picked up for Melf. Great counter to Butcher. Counter strike for the Alarak. Water Dragon by Lily. These are all just ways to deal with that hyper aggression style. Like the moment they dive in, you pop the ults on them and they're like, oh, we're slowed, we're silenced, we're taking heavy damage. This isn't good, boys. Zenrix scouting out the camp. Not getting too much done here. Camp will be pushing now. It's a bit early, so it's going to be really easy for Chaos in complete control to just clear this one. That won't really be making them make the decision, do we defend camp or do we get Shrine? Which is why we usually see teams waiting for the next Shrine to spawn. See Narcissist checking if Chaos is here. Seems to be safe, but Tyrande has the same idea. Shrine actually spawn stop. Punish the camp gets killed before it can actually even do damage to the keep. Or the fort, I mean. And we see Chaos in complete control looking for the kill on the kill fuss. Nice body blocking coming out from underneath with the shield, making sure he doesn't take too much tower damage. Nice kill being picked up for Chaos in complete control. They did actually hit 13. And Chaos is saying, we are fine not starting the Shrine right now. We are here anyway, give us this keep. Beautiful Discord Strike coming out from the Alarak, dealing a ton of damage. Butcher actually has full stacks right now, which means just look at that glorious bling bling on his axe. It's so nice, especially with that Master Skin 3rd tint. And I'm surprised that Narcissist hadn't actually started their Shrine, considering only Tess was up there and they knew that. Now they're just gonna leave Tess up there. Getting some pressure done. Meanwhile, mid camp, there's only actually one goatee, but the wave is gonna be pushing into the keep. And Chaos is building up a pretty decent lead here in terms of Guardians. Beautiful mosh pit from the ETC, but gets instantly polymorphed by the Medivh. Phoenix gets thrown down, Slapple taking pretty heavy damage, Counter Strike, not enough to save him there. Butcher goes in, finds the ETC. Damage from a great Cinder Ghost, catching 4 people and the 4th. ETC dropping super low. Lily as well, doesn't have much health left. Nice Twilight Dream. Keltas though in the back, gets found, only has 15 health. Would be surprised if he makes it out alive there. I think he might even fall to a Guardian there. Wow. KT fighting for his life. Actually lived longer than I thought he would. Bought some time there, but he went to the shrine, so it didn't really matter anyway. Fort is gonna fall really easily right now. Chaos is leaving the shrine at 39 because they know Narcissist really can't contest us. So we'll just get the fort, we'll pick up level 16 and we'll start this thing with enough health, enough mana, with a talent lead. Or they might even try to just already pressure keep before they even start this thing. Bit risky, but they should be able to pull it off. Level 13 still a bit away for Narcissist Seals. Shots get soaked. Not doing too much with the lead yet. I would have actually expected Tessadar to back to get mana before they started this. Seems they're looking for a bush gang, but Narcissist Seals isn't getting found out by it. Medivh is making sure they keep fishing. But it's actually like a weird mind game to play. Because if Medivh wasn't there, maybe Narcissist Seals would be like, okay, maybe we can find them instead. But now they just know they're looking for the gank. Punisher has been picked up now by Chaos in complete control, and it's gonna go straight to the keep. Syndragosa is up. All the ults are available on the side of Chaos in complete control. John Cena jumps in. Well baited by Narcissist Seals there, not gonna get much value. Butcher though is cleaving these structures down. Bit of a late Syndragosa, Punisher already at half health. Lamb to the slaughter, goes down, finds the Alarak, he counter strikes through it. Kiltas falls. Alarak topping quite low, Butcher going in on him, that's a dead Alarak right there. And they're probably just gonna say like, okay, we'll take this keep and then we'll end the game. You're still super healthy, you still got the polybomb. Butcher goes in again, nice root, and that should be game. Butcher on the core with full stacks is literally crazy. He just burns it like no tomorrow. And that's GG. Actually, they're stalling it out a bit. ETC dies. Yeah, that's GG. Chaos in complete control, taking the match 2-0 against the Narcissist Seals, advancing to round 2 to play my team Donna Fedoras, which is going to be so much fun. Anticipate murky plays every day. GG to both teams. We're moving into a short break and I'll see if we can get a winner's interview going with one of the members or more of Chaos in Complete Control. So we keep actually let the timer run out there. Just checking if there's still a winner's interview going on. Epixors was just typing, but then he quit. Feels bad, man. Meanwhile, we can though take a look at the bracket for the playoffs, the rest of which will be played this weekend. See if I can load it in to the draft screen.
Hi, hello.
Ah, hello there. Congratulations on winning 2-0.
Oh, thanks.
And first question I do want to ask is, how excited are you to be able to play our team in the next round?
I am so stoked.
So hyped. I know it is indeed a great honor. But
was the borders of divisions. Now we can finally have some games.
You can always scrum us though. You'll learn a lot from us. Confirmed.
Too much work.
Okay, so I always like to just talk about draft in the winner's interview because draft is my favorite part of this game. And you straight away went for full global mode.
That was the dream for so long.
Is this a combo you've actually practiced before, or we're just like we're just like more aware of the map than them, so we'll be just able to pull this off? Because usually the full global comps tend to be a bit weaker in team fights than is desired.
This was a really slippery idea. Like we never played it, but we always thought about. We talk about what do we want to play. I want to try that comp, and we just talk about it, but we never play it. We always just say, yeah, that's good, we should do that, and we never do it.
Nice.
Now we actually just forced it, and we don't overcomplicate things. We don't think too much about it. We just play safe, call it out. Do you have ult? You have ult? Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more of a thing, just playing safe and then just going all in.
Arunas was so impressive, constantly hunting everywhere, chasing everyone down.
That's
like, yeah, it was actually like a feast to watch all those ganks coming out. And then I think most of the draft pretty standard. Now, Infernal Shrines, was it the plan to go this pretty like old school comp, where like slightly upgraded with new Butcher, new Medivh? Or were you initially planning on doing something like a Kerrigan or a Tracer?
We had plans to do more of a attack speed spam on Butcher, and we missed the right first pick. We should have picked first pick ETC, and then we noticed they took a TC. Like our whole plan just fell apart. We don't know what to do. We used almost the whole time frame.
Yeah, like we used to see the Arthas Butcher Tyrande comp back in the days when Butcher was such a dominant early game hero. And right now it looks like the first clash in the mid lane, it was actually Narcissist Seals who got first blood. It looked like you kind of misplayed your aggression, missing a stun, going like full hem with Butcher, and not even confirming the kill. But then it scaled pretty hard, and after you got the kills, you snowballed it pretty easily.
I guess that's what happens when you gather a team. Like you gathered this team yesterday, because 3 guys couldn't show up today. So I think it went pretty well. Just a few mistakes.
Yeah, it was pretty well played.
Not major.
Did like the body blocks on Medivh.
Medivh was crazy. Always calling stuff that we can't even do. Just hey, they're here. We can do this. Let's do this. Come on. But we were more worried about the first game because we were really worried for the first game. Even at the draft for the first game too. Like we wanted Fawcett as well for more globals. and the first time Fawcett, like our whole plan falls apart. What to do?
Were you then planning to replace Tychus with Falstad to have a global on every hero.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just
One
seems.
solo laner and 4 globals. But solo laner baits a bit, gets into trouble, gets half HP. Everybody thinks, oh, we got him. They overextend. Boom! Out of nowhere. The whole team.
And it actually is a pretty nice plan. It just seemed like the Narcissist heals weren't really able to deal with it just because their kill pressure was so extremely low. With the Tyrael Zarya not really being able to pull through, and then Thrall Vala didn't really threaten you at all. Like you.
I guess it's more of a thing. Like the ETC Mosh being off cooldown. I mean, we don't have Mosh, but just the threat of it. Like the threat of globals makes them play passive. And playing passive is, they're falling into our hands by doing that. So
Yeah.
it worked out really well.
We actually saw it on the Infernal Shrines game as well, where Medivh was just like holding them back. Because just having vision on everyone just fucks with your mind, like they know where we are. Yeah. I'll say I did enjoy finally seeing something like this. I've always theory crafted these kind of comps, but can never get my team or my friends to play this. Because it seems so risky.
Well, we have a lot more planned, but managing players to show up, that's so possible.
Yeah, it is an amateur league, so like these kind of weekends are sometimes a bit rough. But luckily you do have 5 people who can play, so it's pretty nice. Are you actually your full team tomorrow and Sunday for the actual like main event?
For the main event, it's 4 of the same people from today, I think. But they're not from the main roster, right? We have 3 Smurfs. Not
Okay.
Smurfs, I mean
Subs. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's actually, like, you're just so dominant in the game and I don't really have questions about your decision making. I just wanted to point out, like, I love funky drafts like these. And
the mistakes aren't as obvious. We did a lot.
yeah, but, like, I think the biggest mistake was actually, like, the draft order in the second one and just getting punished by misunderstanding your scaling.
Oh yeah.
Like, and the Merc control wasn't that great in both games. But in general,
That's a weakness.
in general, I think you still like mechanically played so well, especially like Arunas on the wait, which one are you actually?
I'm Arunas.
Ah, okay, that's nice. You played really well on the Illidan.
Thanks.
Getting the respect win in game 2 actually, it's pretty decent. Nemo host, I'm surprised at Smurfs in Twitch chat. Smurfs are OP. You'll actually see that all those members are just up here playing 5 people. Multitasking like a god. I think that's it for me, so good luck in the playoffs for the rest of the event, even though you will be playing us, so yeah, you better be prepared.
Yeah, good luck for you too.
Thanks.
We're gonna have fun.
Okay, and then I wish you a good night, and thanks for letting me cast you.
Yep, good night.
Thanks, bye bye.
See ya.
Oh, wait, I still need to tell you thanks from McDino for being our biggest stream fan. Ah, he dropped out. That's a shame, I was too late. McDino didn't whisper me in time. I'm sure if you're still watching this or you're watching the replay, thanks for being the biggest stream fan after McDino. And for everyone else, we will be ending the stream shortly. I just like to take a quick look at the bracket. You can actually scroll in this, which is nice. So tomorrow we will be playing round 2 and round 3. Which will be, in this case, Chaos and Complete Control is going up against my team Donna Fedoras. Water Dragons will be playing Vis Inertia. No Trick Ponies will be playing TSA, Tip Top Balance of Interest. And then the loser bracket round 1 games are being played as well. Agents versus Clowns on the Bine is being played right now, I believe, being casted by Kevlar Guest. So if it's still going on, sure to tune in there. Fat 5 will be playing Narcissist Seals. XX will be playing Wildfire, Crocodile, John Cena's. And then we'll see where we get from there in the rest of the tournament. Throughout the day, you can find the stream plan in the Discord. We'll be streaming on Heroes Lounge, Heroes Lounge 2, and Cavalier Guest will be streaming on his own channel. So make sure to tune in on both days for fun games. It should be enough to watch the entire weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.